Hey, everybody, and welcome to today's deep dive. It's February 25th.
February 25th.
And you know what that means?
What's that?
We're diving into a whole bunch of on this day facts.
I love this day.
Me too. It's one of my favorites of the year, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, every day is special in its own way, but
Oh, of course, of course.
there's just something about February 25th.
What is it about February 25th that you like so much?
Well, for one thing, we've got some really good material today.
Oh, yeah.
Our sources are all over the place. We've got presidential history.
Oh.
We've got quirky inventions.
Okay.
We've got food holidays.
I love a good food holiday.
Yeah, and even some pretty interesting birthdays, too.
Okay.
So basically what we're going to do is take all this stuff and try to find those hidden connections.
All right.
See if we can't learn a thing or two and maybe have some fun along the way.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so let's kick things off with a little presidential history.
Okay, I'm ready.
On this day in 1793, George Washington held his first official cabinet meeting.
Oh, wow. First one ever.
First one ever.
That's a good day.
Huge day, right? But here's the thing.
What's that?
Earlier that same day, he was doing something totally different.
Oh, really? What was he up to?
He was arranging furniture.
Arranging furniture. For the White House?
For the executive mansion, yeah.
That's so funny. I mean, I guess someone had to do it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I could just picture him, fussing over which chair goes where.
It's kind of endearing in a way.
Totally. And it also kind of shows you how new everything was back then.
Yeah.
Like they were literally building the country from the ground up.
Everything was from scratch.
Exactly. And then later that day, bam.
Cabinet meeting.
First cabinet meeting.
Talk about a productive day.
Right. And it's not just any meeting. This is the meeting that sets the precedent for the whole cabinet system.
Wow. So that structure is still in place today because of that meeting.
Pretty much. And, the cabinet's a pretty big deal. It's how the president gets advice and makes decisions.
Yeah, makes sense. So basically, George Washington had a pretty important February 25th.
That's an understatement.
All right, what else happened on this momentous day?
Well, let's talk about something a little more, how do I put this, explosive.
Explosive. Are we talking about fireworks?
Not quite, but close.
Yeah.
In 1836, Samuel Colt patented the revolver.
Oh, wow. The revolver.
You know the one.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Son of a gun.
Literally. That's where that phrase comes from.
No way. I never knew that.
It's true.
Yeah.
And Colt's revolver wasn't just some cool gadget. It completely changed the game.
Oh, I bet. In what way?
Well, think about it. Before the revolver, personal defense was a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
And warfare, forget about it.
Yeah.
This thing revolutionized everything.
Wow. So this one invention had ripple effects that we still see today.
Huge ripple effects. I mean, the debates we have today about gun control,
Oh, yeah.
about the impact of firearms on society, it all goes back to Colt and his revolver.
That's heavy stuff.
It is. It really makes you think.
It does.
Okay, ready for something a little less intense?
Yeah, please. Bring it on.
All right, so how about some good old-fashioned gas prices?
Gas prices. What happened with gas prices on February 25th?
Well, in 1919, Oregon became the first state to do something pretty radical.
Radical, what they do.
They implemented a gasoline tax.
A gas tax. How much was it?
A whole penny per gallon.
A penny. People probably rioted in the streets.
I know, right? But seriously, this is a big deal. It set the stage for how we fund transportation in this country.
So basically, every time we fill up our tanks and grumble about the price,
We can thank Oregon.
wow, they really were pioneers.
And it makes you wonder, right? Could they have ever imagined back then how complicated this whole gas tax thing would become?
I doubt it. It's amazing how these things evolve over time.
Totally. All right, you ready for another one?
Hit me with it.
This was for all the sports fans out there. In 1940,
1940, okay.
the very first hockey game was broadcast on television.
Oh, wow. So like the first televised sporting event or just hockey?
First televised hockey game. That's all I know.
Still pretty cool, though.
Super cool. It's like the moment that gave birth to televised sports as we know it.
That's insane to think about. Like, those people had no idea what they were witnessing.
Right. From those grainy black and white images to the HD extravaganzas we have today.
It's come a long way.
It's incredible. Okay, now for something a little lighter.
Okay, I like light.
February 25th apparently has a bit of a split personality when it comes to food.
A split personality. Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, it's both Let's All Eat Right Day
Okay, makes sense.
and National Chocolate Covered Peanuts Day.
Wait a minute. How can it be both of those things?
I know, right? It's like a culinary contradiction.
Maybe it's a reminder that everything in moderation is okay.
That's a good way to look at it.
Right, like have your chocolate-covered peanuts, but maybe balance it out with a salad tomorrow.
Exactly. So which one are you celebrating?
That's a tough one. Honestly, The chocolate-covered peanuts are calling my name.
Same, but maybe just a handful.
Deal.
All right, now it's time for some birthday shout-outs.
Okay, let's hear it.
First up, we've got a double whammy of wizarding wonder.
Ooh, who is it?
James and Oliver Phelps.
The Weasley twins.
The one and only. They're turning 39 today.
Wow, they're still so young. I mean, I guess they did use that age reversing spell in the movies.
It's amazing how those Harry Potter films still resonate with people.
They really do. It's like a whole generation grew up with those characters.
Totally. All right, next up, we've got an actor who's been in some of the most iconic movies ever.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Who are we talking about?
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin. Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
Right. From The Goonies to Rudy to Lord of the Rings.
And he was the voice of Raphael in the new TMNT movie.
That's right. He's done it all. And get this.
What's that?
His parents are Patty Duke and John Astin.
No way. Gomez Addams is his dad.
The one and only. Talk about Hollywood pedigree.
Wow, small world.
It is. All right, now for a birthday girl with a fun little story.
I love a good story. Who is it?
P. Leone. She's turning 59 today.
Happy birthday, T. Leone.
But did you know her birth name was Elizabeth T. Pantaleone?
Wow, that is a mouthful.
I know, right? Apparently it was a bit too long for a birthday cake, so they went with T.
That's hilarious. I guess sometimes even the smallest details can shape a person's life.
Totally. Okay, last but not least, we got a comedian who's known for his unique look.
Unique look. Let me guess. Is it Carrot Top?
You got it?
We'll see.
He's turning 60 today.
60. And still rocking that hair. I wonder if he'll ever just go natural.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe he's got like a whole vault of different colored wigs for every decade.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, we've got one more birthday to celebrate.
Okay, who's the lucky person?
The queen of daytime talk herself, Sally Jesse Raphael.
No way. She's still around.
She sure is. She's turning 90 today.
90 years old. Those red glasses are truly iconic.
They really are. She was a trailblazer for all those talk shows that came after.
Yeah, she wasn't afraid to tackle tough topics.
And she got people talking, that's for sure.
So there you have it, folks. Another February 25th for the history books.
It's amazing how much can happen on a single day.
It really is. We've gone from furniture arranging with George Washington to the invention of the revolver.
To chocolate-covered peanuts and hockey games.
It's like a whirlwind of history and pop culture.
And it all happened on this day.
Makes you wonder what February 25th will bring in the years to come.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's time to wrap things up.
All right, I'm with you.
So here's a little food for thought before we go.
Okay, I'm listening.
We talked about Samuel Colt and his revolver.
Yeah.
And how it revolutionized personal defense and warfare, and how it sparked all these debates about gun control that are still going on today.
Right.
So my question is this. Knowing what we know now about the impact of Colt's invention, how do we as a society move forward?
That's a really good question. And honestly, I don't know the answer.
Me neither. But it's definitely something we're thinking about.
For sure.
Well, folks, that's all we've got for today's deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.
See ya.
Bye.